Today I will be showing you how to make this jellyfish, and you'll need about 81 rubber bands in total to make them. And I'm going to make this one. This one I made out of the Rainbow Loom clear rubber band, and this one, the rubber band I use is a purplish hue, and you can buy it from the dollar store. So let's get started. First, you'll need to make these frills at the bottom of our jellyfish, and you'll need to make a total of 5. I made 4 here, and I'll show you how to make one, and you'll need to pause the video to make a total of 5. So to make that, you're going to take a single rubber band, whatever color it is you want, and loop it twice to create 3 loops. Taking your next color, and mine here is the ocean blue from Rainbow Loom, and looping it onto itself like that. Taking 2 of our body color and getting it on our finger and scooching it right, the loops right onto those single rubber bands like that. And again, you'll need to pause the video to make 4 more. And next we'll need to make these, and you'll need to make a total of 3. So I'll show you how to make one, very similar. Taking a single rubber band, looping it twice to create 3 loops, taking a single and pulling the looped rubber bands onto that single and putting it aside for later. Now let's make the body of our jellyfish, the head. Taking 2 single rubber bands, and I'm coming down the center from the first to the second peg, and with 2 single rubber bands I'm coming diagonally on both sides. And now I'll come down 3 times with 2 single rubber band on both sides. So that's 1, 2, 3. Repeat on the other side. Single rubber bands, or 2 single rubber bands. 1, 2, 3. Now for the 4th one on either side, we're going to take the rubber band with the frills on it and putting it from the 4th peg to the 5th peg on the side, and repeat on the other side, same thing, rubber band with the little frilly things on them, and putting it from the 4th to the 5th, and let's come down in the center, and we'll come down twice with 2 single rubber bands. And on the 3rd one, we'll add another little frill from the 4th peg to the 5th peg in the center, like that. And now we want to close off our jellyfish. We're taking another rubber band with the little frills and coming in diagonally from the side to the 5th peg in the center, and repeat on the other side. Same thing, take the rubber band with the frills on it and putting it diagonally like that. Now let's make our eyes to add to our head, taking whatever color you want, looping it 3 times to create 4 loops. Taking a single white, we're looping it twice on one side and twice on the other, like that. Let's repeat on the other side, taking your eye color, looping it 3 times to create 4 loops, and the other side, the white, on looping it twice on either side of your eye. So this will go on our head, so we're taking a single rubber band, the same color as our head, and pinching the eye, getting the eye right onto that rubber band. Okay, now that I have my eye, I'm going to attach it to my head, the 2nd rubber band from the top across, and you can split out your eyes. Make sure it's positioned correctly. You can always fix it later, because the eyes are very important to make it looking right. So that's our eye. Let's put some holding rubber bands, taking a single, double it, and putting it on the fourth peg across like that. Take a single, and we're going to put it a triangle on this, the third peg, and creating that triangle there, and taking another single and putting the triangle around the eyes like that. Now let's make the tentacles, taking a single rubber band. At the bottom, we're not connecting it yet, and we are doing a single, like we're doing a single. We're coming down 6 times with a single rubber band. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll come down each row 6 times. 1 with single rubber bands. And last one. I'm taking a single, whatever color you want, and putting it from the second to the last peg, second to the last peg, for all 3 rows like that. Now taking my single, whatever, I'm changing color, I'm doing it like my frill. I'm going to cap it 3 times to create 4 loops. Repeat on all 3. Like that. And now we're going to loop up on each row. Just reach in, grabbing the bottom single, and looping it right onto itself, creating teardrops, and just go all the way up. Now that we have our tentacles done, let's go ahead and take it off, and don't take it off the very top rubber band. Let it hang there for now. Take all 3 off, and we're going to add it to our body in a second. So very carefully with a hook, getting the loop right off of our loom. And for the first one, we're adding to either side. It's up to you. You're going to pull the rubber band off the side peg there, so the 5th from the side, and you're going to pull our tentacle right onto that rubber band and looping it right back onto itself like that. So you took the rubber bands off the 2 of this side 5th peg, and you looped your tentacle right onto there along with the frill. That's 1. Let's do the other side. Same thing. Get your looped tentacle onto your hook. Grab the top 2 rubber bands. Put your tentacle right onto that rubber band and looping it right back onto that same peg like so. And now let's add the center tentacle. Take it off of the loom where you finished it and just hook it right onto that center 5th peg. So those are our tentacles. Push it down a little. And now what we want to do is add the frills on this peg, this peg, this peg. So the bottom 3, taking it from where you had it, putting a hook through the loops, and just adding it on those 3 pegs at the bottom. Now that our tentacles are on and the frills are on, we're ready to loop up. So what you want to do now is pull one of the frills out, grabbing on the side, either side, the 5th peg from the top. You want to pull the top 2 single rubber bands and looping it right to the center. Peg the center 5th, push it down. Repeat on the other side, same thing, fold back your frills, pulling up looping up the top 2 rubber bands onto the center 5th. And now we're going to reach back in the side frills, and you can fix it later if you pulled it out, and looping it onto itself, pulling the bottom 2 rubber bands, and let's finish one side. I'm just going to reach in, grabbing the bottom 2 bands and looping it right onto itself, creating teardrops as I go, always grabbing the bottom 2 bands like that. And now the other side, same thing, go in, grabbing the bottom 2, looping it up onto itself, and continue up the sides. And make sure you don't pull any other rubber bands aside from the bottom 2 when you get to the eye and where the holding rubber band is. And I'm finished with my second side, looping it onto the top peg. And now I'm reaching under in the 5th peg in the center, and I want to get the bottom 2 bands. So however you need to, tilt it up, put your hook all the way through, pull everything back, only grabbing the bottom 2, and when you pull it you should see teardrops forming, and looping it right onto itself like that. Now continue up the center to finish up our jellyfish. And we're pretty much done. We take our single rubber band to make our slip knot. Very carefully, don't break your rubber band, pull it to the very top. And take it off the loom. There's our jellyfish, and we can fix the eyes to the way we want it. Pull our tentacles down. It's going to be a little scrunchy. Pull it in and fix our little frills at the bottom. He should be pretty perfect. If his head's not round enough, pull it out a little bit and fix any loose rubber bands you want to fix. So there's your jellyfish. I hope you like him. Thanks for watching.